Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a Christmas DIY video using scrap wood. These projects are super quick and easy and great for last minute Christmas DIY projects if you have a space you want to fill or you are still just in the Christmas crafting mode. So let's get started on these projects. The first project, I'm going to be using these scrap pieces of fence board. I've used them for other projects, but they actually kind of fell apart. So I had these two pieces and I decided that I was going to make kind of like Christmas wall pockets out of these. And what's great is this concept can be used for different seasons. So if you are over Christmas, you can take this idea and use it for springtime if you want to get a jump start on your spring crafts. So I'm going to be using these two picks from Hobby Lobby, and I'm also using this burlap ribbon that I grabbed from Hobby Lobby when their fall section was like 60% off. If you have bigger pieces of burlap, then that will work great too, or another type of fabric for the pocket portion. I just wanted to use this because that was all that I had on hand. And of course, I'm also just trying to use everything that I have in my craft stash already and not have to go out to the store for last minute Christmas crafting items. So this ribbon, this red ribbon, I did grab from Marshall's probably about a month ago. I wanted to use it with some Christmas presents, but I have so much of it, so it's really great for crafting as well. So I'm going to trim down the picks that I have so that they fit the fence board. I think this fence board is about 12 inches tall. I forgot to measure it, but you can also, again, make this any size that you want. But I believe that this is about 12 inches. So once I have it placed where I want them, I am going to secure them in place using my stapler. I really like using this stapler, especially on wood, so I don't have to worry about using like wood glue or hot glue or anything like that. So for the wall pocket portion, because I'm using ribbon, I do have to wrap it around several times. And I'm just going to secure one side with the stapler, and then I'm going to slowly wrap it. And as I wrap it, I'm going to move the ribbon further down, as you can see, so that obviously it's not just straight across. It eventually looks like a pocket. And then I'm going to, for the bottom portion, because it was open, I'm going to use, or not use, I'm going to kind of like fold it like a present, is basically the best way that I can describe it. I'm going to fold it like a present and then I'm going to staple them together. At first I was going to use hot glue, but the stapler ended up working perfectly fine. I just did it at a slight diagonal. Sorry that I'm out of frame here, but like I said, the stapler worked perfectly fine. So I did that for both of them. I thought that these two crafts here, since they are identical, would look really cute outside, like on your front porch, on either side of the door, especially if you have lights on either side of your door. I thought it'd be really cute if it hung underneath of it, or if you have a place inside the house too. I mean, a pair of them would look really cute together. So that's why I ended up making two, because I thought they'd be really cute together. I was, at first I thought I was done, and then I was like, you know what? I think this needs a little tag. And I decided to use this Christmas musical cardstock that I've had for a couple years and I've never used it. So I'm using this acrylic tag as my template, and I'm just using my X-Acto knife to cut out the tag, and I'm going to use my hole punch, and then I'm just going to attach it with some twine, and then that's it. I decided not to add any wording or anything to it because I liked just how simple the Christmas music looked with this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first project, and please let me know what you all think. Okay, this project took a couple different turns. Originally, my plan was to take this wood tree, like wood blank tree that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance a couple years ago. My plan was to take those planks off of that wood backing because I thought it was just like stapled or like tacked in place, but it was also glued. So there's no way I was going to get it off without damaging those wood planks. So I just cut that portion of the wood backing that you could see. I cut it off and I am going to attach it to this larger piece of scrap wood that you can see here. And I also have those scrap trim pieces that I'm using as a frame for that larger piece of wood. So I'm going to be turning this into a sign. This green paint is actually wall paint. I am going to be doing a board and batten wall in my bedroom come the new year. And so I grabbed some paint samples. I'm going to be doing it green. I really do like this color, but I had so much of it left over because I only did a couple swatches. So because I love this green color, I decided I was going to use it in my crafting. For the trim pieces for the frame, I am just taking watered down antique wax from Waverly to create a faux stain. I love using this watered down wax because it definitely has that stained look and it dries in a fraction of the time, and you can also do it inside. It doesn't smell, it's not stinky or anything. So I love using this for a faux stain when I can. And then for the I guess background of the sign. This scrap wood is actually shelving board that I've had for several years. When my husband redid our closet, we had so much shelving board left over. So I've just been using that for scrap piece for projects for a while now. But I'm using black paint here. Again, this is one of the other color samples that I picked for my room, and I'm just using what I have on hand, like I said. So once everything dried, I'm going to be using this Titebond Quick and Thick to attach the tree to the sign itself. Now, in this clip here, I've already attached the trim like frame pieces to the sign using the pin nailer. I brought it out to my husband's shop to do that. So I thought this was looking kind of plain, and that is why I decided to use this IOD Christmas mold. I originally was going to make 3 stars from this star mold that you can see in the corner of the frame here. I'm using the casting resin. If you haven't used it before, it is awesome. Um, I will see if I can link the one in Amazon that I ordered because I really, really like using it. It dries it's ready to use in 10 minutes. So it's really great to use instead of using the clay because of dry time. And I'm an impatient crafter, so I really like it. But the other thing I really like about those molds is the IOD molds do show the amount of liquid needed to fill that specific mold. So I knew exactly how much liquid I needed to, how much resin I needed to use. So I had just enough for the star. I didn't have any extras, so I don't have to waste any product, which I really liked. Once I made the stars, I realized I didn't actually like how that was going to look. And I remembered I had these stencils. So see how I said that this project just kept evolving? So this project is for me. I really wanted to have an extra sign here or there in my house. I really don't have that many. So I wanted to make these for myself, which is why I went with this dark red. It's like burgundy. I love the dark burgundy red and the dark green for Christmas. So that is why I went with this color palette. I also really love um, like the frames that are with the black background. So that's another reason why I did it. But this stencil set is awesome. It's part of like the 6 or 7 stencils that I have used in my other Christmas videos. I really like them. I get them from Amazon, so I can link it for you if you are interested to check them out. I really hope you guys enjoyed this project and how it evolved. For our final project, we're going to be making another sign, and I'm going to do it very similar to the last one we just did. So the frame pieces are going to be stained with the antique, watered down antique wax, and the back portion, the shelving board, will be painted black. And I'm going to be using this Christmas tree from the Christmas tree mold from IOD. I have not used this Christmas tree yet, and I bought it this season, and I really wanted to actually use this Christmas tree before the season was over. So I am making the sign for myself. I'm not putting it in my booth. I really, really love how this one turned out. This is like my favorite. So as I was saying in the previous project, those molds show the liquid amount in milliliters, and the amazing casting resin, those plastic containers that I was pouring the A and the B in actually have the milliliter measurements. So I was doing equal parts so that I get the correct amount of liquid into this mold, and it was spot on. I mean, I had nothing excess, I had just enough, there was no overspill. It was great. I really, really like that about the IOD molds and the amazing casting resin. I don't, it's just great. I love it. I will say, I don't think I mixed it up as well as I should have. I was kind of worried that if I mixed it too long, it would start to harden or start to, yeah, harden up. There's Trigger. He was laying there the entire time I was crafting. So I just wanted to show you guys him while this mold was drying. He was just chilling there taking a nap. So while this dried, I set it aside. I did let it sit for longer than 10 minutes before I took it out because it just didn't seem to dry as fast, and I just don't think I mixed it up as well. So this green is from Dixie Belle. I think it's called Weeping Willow, if I can see the screen right. I just bought this and I really, really like this green color. I think it's great for a Christmas tree. I bought it for a furniture piece, for a furniture makeover. So hopefully I'll be able to do that one soon. But once I got this tree all painted, I'm doing a stippling motion on this, by the way. It's because there's so much detail in the Christmas tree, it was a lot easier to stipple the paint on to get full coverage. And then this tree, if you guys can tell, I do a close up at some point, but this tree actually had portions of the trunk and some of the um, like the limbs showing. So I wanted to paint those areas brown, and so it wasn't just all green. And it was actually, it took me a little bit, not too long, maybe like 10 minutes. But it was actually really relaxing to kind of just paint where I wanted, paint how I wanted. I really actually enjoyed this part. I know I'm just painting a tree, but I actually really enjoyed it. And then once this was fully dry, then I do go back and I add just a little bit of white chalk paint to the edges and some other raised portions of the Christmas tree itself. So it kind of looked like, snow was starting to fall on the Christmas tree. I really had a lot of fun painting this one. So if you guys like painting, I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. So again, here I am painting the white portions. And if you guys are still here in this portion of the video, I just want to say hi and thank you. And if you are, leave me a little heart emoji in your comment or just as your comment. Just want to say hi, and I appreciate everybody and being patient with me for not having a video next week or last week, excuse me. Christmas is right around the corner, so I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday season so far. Hopefully everyone is baking and spending time with family and friends. I'm actually going home this weekend to spend the weekend with my parents and my sister for her birthday, and we're going to do some Christmas baking. So I'm really looking forward to that. But anyways, back to this project. So once this Christmas tree was dry, I am just going to use the Titebond Quick and Thick to attach it. I'm going to weigh it down with some paint bottles and let it sit for probably a good like hour or so. I just wanted to make sure nothing popped up. And then this piece is done. I love how simple it is with just a singular tree, but the tree itself has so much detail in it that I think it's just a wonderful statement. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this project. And I really hope that you enjoyed all of these projects. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I will see you all in next week's video. It will probably be a furniture flip, and I will show some clips of my booth as well. So stay tuned for next week. Thank you all. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.